So, good evening. Let us start the lecture. Due to some unavoidable reasons, I could not take the lecture at scheduled time 4 o'clock. I was trapped in some travel. So, let us start now the lecture. Open Source Software and Hardware DET 3107 Elective 1. Course outcomes: to have an introductory knowledge of concept of open and free software and hardware, introduction of Arduino software, Raspberry Pi, and Internet of the Things IoT. To get an in-depth knowledge of Arduino software IDE, simple programs, interfacing of basic hardware modules with Arduino. To acquire knowledge of interfacing and programming of Arduino for ADC, DC motor, servo motor, Bluetooth, Zigbee, Wi-Fi, and PWM programming. To understand the details regarding the LaTeX software with its installation, programming, processing, software facilities useful for various document preparation. To understand the details regarding the Scilab software with its installation, programming, processing, console, editor, graphics window, software facilities useful for various technical calculations. To study ECAD as electronic component array design, ECAD tool for designing circuit schematics, electric rule checking, netlist generation, mapping components, and designing PCB. So this is Arduino board, and Arduino is a physical computing platform, small microcontroller based on USB plug, based on the simple I/O and development environment that implements the processing writing language. Arduino can be used to develop standalone interactive objects which can be connected to software on your computer. So external any circuitry you can connect to the laptop or computer through Arduino. So Arduino language is Arduino programming language APL, which is similar to C, C++. So Arduino is having the microcontroller on it, that is the 328 Atmel 328. They contains processing core, flash memory, programming, I/O peripherals, RAM peripherals such as clocks, timers, PWM, etc. As microprocessors are used for general purpose applications, while microcontrollers are self-sufficient and used for specific tasks, as this we are knowing. Microcontroller can be example of embedded system. Okay. So the project group developed the Arduino hardware, software, data, help. So they have developed the project as Arduino platform. So it is open source. It is inexpensive, single platform for all operating systems, simple and clear programming environment, open source and extensible software and hardware interoperability, and it is having shields, which is very important for developing the projects. So these are the details of the Arduino board. We have seen this in the previous two lectures. So specifications, which are very important to know, we have discussed this slide, and we are left with after discussing this slide in the previous lecture. So what is in this slide? Operating voltage is 5 volt. As we know, it is digital circuit, and so its operating voltage is 5 volt. Input voltage recommended is 7 to 12. It is recommended voltage 7 to 12, but limiting voltage is can be 6 to 20. Okay. But we should not go for the limiting voltage. We have to apply the safe recommended voltage 7 to 12 volt. Digital I/O pins 14, 0 to 13 digital I/O pins are there. Analog input pins 6, pin A0 to A5. Analog output 5 output pins, these are again 6, which are the same pins from these 14 pins, and they are called PWM pin. And these pins are 3 number, 5 number, 6 number, 9 number, 10, 11 numbers. Okay. Now one important specification parameter is the DC current per IO pin. DC current per IO pin, that is 40 milliampere. Every pin gives 40 milliampere. Every pin accepts 40 milliampere from outer circuit. So IO pin, both I input and output, has 40 milliampere maximum capacity. That is important. So whatever circuit we are connecting, we have to design that circuit according to this information of IO pin maximum current capacity of 40 milliampere. Maximum current capacity of 40 milliampere. DC current for 3.3 volt pin is 50 milliampere. So there is a 3.3 volts pin which can provide the external voltage 3.3 volt, which is a regulated voltage generated at the Arduino pin, Arduino board on one pin, and that voltage pin is having the capability of current 50 milliampere. As this is giving out the voltage, so it can source 50 milliampere. Okay, it cannot sink 50 milliampere, it can source 50 milliampere. But the DC current per IO pin, this is both sourcing current and sinking current. So that means it can give as output current and it can take as an input current from the external circuit to the microcontroller. This is the 40 milliampere. So we can design the circuit accordingly by knowing the maximum capacity of the pin. And we have discussed this maximum capacity current and how to design the circuits and why the motors are not able to drive on the directly connecting to the IO pins of microcontroller 328 Arduino board, because Arduino board is having the limit on each IO pin 40 milliampere and motors are requiring quite large current than 40 milliampere. So motor cannot run on 40 milliampere. So the current supplied is taken from external circuit, and that is called as a driver circuit. That is called as a driver circuit. Okay, so similarly the external circuit, if it is not driven, the driver circuit is there. Similarly, as it is giving the 40 milliampere maximum current, LED connected, suppose LED like component which requires very less current, we can connect in series with that LED a limiting resistance, current limiting resistance. So these provisions we are making. Also the voltage is connected from the switch as the input voltage, we can connect the limiting resistance, current limiting resistance, so that the voltage will from switch will give only maximum 40 milliampere. That circuit can be designed. Internal pull-up resistance also can be used. That will be the part of the advanced programming. So microcontroller Atmega 328 is having 32 KB flash memory. Out of that, 0.5 KB used for bootloader. Bootloader is a program which is basic program required to initialize every function on the digital IC like microcontroller. Similarly, that booting program is there on the computer, on laptop. It boots that operating system. We call it as a boot program, a booting program. So it is bootloader in case of Arduino board. So SRAM is there for 2 KB and EEPROM is there 1 KB, clock speed 16 MHz. So RAM is 2 KB, EEPROM is 1 KB, but flash memory is 32 KB. So flash memory and EEPROM both are the permanent memories, and SRAM is temporary memory. RAM is temporary memory. It is volatile, and as the voltage applied electricity goes off or switched off, the ICs circuits which are holding the data as a RAM, these RAM ICs will lose the information of digital data from it if the electricity is switched off. So these informations we have seen in the previous lectures. Now let us start the microcontroller Atmega 168 which is used in the Arduino development board. So microcontroller Atmega 328 or 168. The various Arduino boards are there. We'll check those which are the boards. Clock speed is 16 megahertz. Operating voltage is 5 volt. Digital IO pins 14. 6 provide the PWM output. 6 provide the PWM output. Analog inputs are 6. Flash memory is a 16 KB Atmega 168 and 32 KB Atmega 128. 168 Atmega is having the flash memory 16 KB and Atmega 328 is 32 KB, which 2 KB is used by bootloader, 0.5 KB, now it is real 2 KB. Okay. The bootloader program uses the 2 KB. SRAM 1 KB or 2 KB. 1 KB for 168, Atmega 168 and 2 KB for Atmega 328. So flash memory and RAM memory are having same proportion. Flash memory 16 KB and it's double 32 KB in the 328. SRAM is 1 KB in 168 and it's double 2 KB in the 328. Similarly, the EEPROM 512 byte that is 0.5 KB for Atmega 168 and 1 KB for Atmega 328. So here also Atmega 168 is whatever the EEPROM is there, it's double in the Atmega 328, that is 1 KB. It provides the I2C and SPI connectivity protocols. Okay. So 168 as well as 328, 168 as well as 328 microcontrollers can be compared. So main thing is IO pins are same. The flash memory is 16 KB and 32 KB for 168 and 328. 2 KB is used for bootloader. SRAM is 1 KB or 2 KB for 168, 328. EEPROM is 512 or 1 KB for 168 and 328 and provides I2C SPI communication protocols. External power should be between 9 volt and 12 volt. 7 and 12 typically लिहिलं होतं. 9 volt or 12 volt is again better. Must be rated for minimum of 250 milliampere current output. External power must be rated for of 250 milliampere current output. Must have 2.1 mm power plug in the Arduino 8. So this adapter we can say or transformer or DC power supply must have 2.1 mm power plug. So this power plug is very similar to the olden days charger. In olden days micro this mobiles, shaped charger is there. Outer cylinder is the ground and inner pin is the power supply pin. So this is the 2.1 mm power plug. The plug must be center positive, that is central connection is positive and outer cylindrical connection is ground. The plug must be center positive, that is the middle pin of the plug has to be the positive connection and outer connector is to be the ground. So this is shown here. This is the pin. Okay, this is the pin. And external battery you can connect. Can be careful about the polarity here in this case of battery, and this battery can be connected to ground and 5 volt. So these pins are power pins. You can connect to the ground and 5 volt V in pin. V in pin. So you can connect this adapter, AC adapter. This is AC adapter. Okay, this is AC adapter. You can connect this type of the 2.1 mm plug pin, or you can connect the wires of 5 volt to V in and ground. Similarly, this adapter pin is connected here to the external power connector. Adapter pin is connected to the external power connector, or this cell is connected to the external power connector. So this power should be 9 volt to 12 volt basically. Similarly, if you connect the USB connector, just like the external power supply, this pin can be connected, or if you connect the USB connector, then USB can supply the power to this Arduino. So either you can go with this V in ground, or plug pin and external power connector, or USB connector connected to laptop or computer that can have the supply of the electrical power to the Arduino board. So that is possible. Arduino board can have the supply. There are 3 methods for power supply of the Arduino board. One is V in and ground, you can connect directly 5 volt DC. Second is external power connector is there. External power connector. To this you can connect the adapter pin. You can connect the adapter pin of 2.2 mm, and that adapter will supply the power supply between 9 and 12 volt. Or you can connect the USB connector to the computer and or computing system or laptop computing system. Then the USB connector can provide the power supply to the Arduino board. So these are the 3 methods to connect the power supply. Now this we have seen about the board. All the details about the board we have seen. And while defining the Arduino board, we have said that Arduino board is not only that hardware board, but it is a platform. It is a complete platform for development of the projects on the basis of or which are based on Arduino project development board or microcontroller board. Based on microcontroller, you can have the development of the projects which can use this Arduino board for its operation. But this Arduino is not only the hardware board, but Arduino is a complete platform. Arduino is a complete platform. So what do we mean by complete platform? What are there in the complete platform? So the word Arduino can mean 3 things. That complete platform, Arduino means 3 things. Arduino means 3 things. What are these 3 things? physical piece of hardware, physical piece of hardware. So this board, we have seen this board, we have discussed this board details. Second, very important, a programming environment, programming environment, IDE. It is IDE. It is IDE, integrated development environment, IDE. That is programming environment. What is there in the programming environment? If you download it, freely available open source software is there. If you download it and install it on our computer, laptop, then this programming environment has its editor, its program uploader, its compiler, its libraries, lot of examples of some standard programs available. Lot of examples are there with this software. So you can check one and one example continuously. Many examples are there. One by one examples we can go through, we can learn it, we can study it, and we can use it for our project. Accordingly make the changes. So we can make the changes accordingly and we can use that for the project. So ready-made, lot of ready-made routines or programs are there with this freely downloadable, freely usable software, IDE, integrated development environment. It is a programming environment. So we can download it, we can install it. There is an editor, we can edit the program. There is an uploader button, we can upload the program. There is a compiler and run button, we can compile and run the program. And we can have the monitor, simulation monitor on that. We can check the result, we can check the values of the result, we can check whether the LEDs are on or off, relays are run or relays are activated or deactivated, and so on. So this is programming environment. And third thing is community and philosophy. Community and philosophy. It is open source community. So Arduino community is open source community. So it's philosophy. So physical piece of the hardware, the programming environment or software, and a community or its philosophy. So this total, all these three, physical piece of hardware, programming environment, a community of philosophy, all these three combined together is called Arduino platform. Is called Arduino platform. So there is a hardware board, Arduino project development board. There is a software, freely available, freely downloadable, freely installable, and freely can be used. It is open source. So that software, which is called integrated development environment, IDE. And third is community and philosophy. Community and philosophy. This community and philosophy, what it helps? It helps in the interactions, it helps in the information, it helps in the help menus and help files. As we know, the IDE is having lot of examples. IDE is having lot of examples in it, but still many more examples can be available in on the community. Help, on the basis of help we can get lot of the projects, lot of the examples by interaction available on the internet. So this is called the philosophy, community and philosophy, which is having lot of help regarding operation of the hardware, regarding the software, regarding the particular projects. Okay, everything is having in case in terms of the help. So this help is of community and philosophy. That is the third important part. Physical piece of hardware, programming environment, and community and philosophy. This total happens to be is nothing but the Arduino platform. So this is Arduino. Arduino is physical hardware, programming environment, and community and philosophy. We should not say Arduino means the board, hardware board. If you are having the hardware board, that is not only Arduino. Arduino means the hardware, its software, and the help, community, philosophy. Okay, Arduino is a total platform. So these are the Arduino family. Just check what are the names of these Arduino family. So what are these? Different members are there. Arduino family members. You must have read this. Arduino Uno is there, Arduino 101 is there, Arduino Pro is there, Arduino Micro is there, Arduino Pro Mini is there, Arduino Nano is there. Lot of microcontrollers are there. We can check here. So this is Arduino Uno, isn't it? Arduino Uno. The board which we are discussing and board which you can use for your projects also. It is available at 300 to 400 rupees. Then there is a Arduino 101. This is also one more board available. Then there is a Arduino Pro. This is also the board available. Then other boards as Arduino Micro. Then Arduino Pro Mini. Then Arduino Nano. So this Arduino Nano is also used in the projects in previous batches, 1 or 2 batches, and Arduino Uno is used mostly by all the batches, but some batches gone for Arduino Nano also. Okay. Then for on the game purposes, the different Arduino is there. Then for having the different facilities, if ADCDS is required, if timer is required, if it is not required, if minimum memory system is required, for more memory system is required, everything these boards are useful. Arduino Uno, Arduino 101, Arduino Pro, Arduino Micro, Arduino Mini, Arduino Nano, and many more are there. Some of them I have quoted here. And this is also few more examples. The versions of Arduino board differ by size, microcontroller, etc. Size is different, microcontroller is different sometimes. Arduino Mega is also there. This is Arduino Mega, which is having more IOPs, more capability. LilyPad is there, which can be used in basically in the games, etc. Keypad, game controller, etc. In game controller, LilyPad. Then Mini is also there. Nano is also there, 43 millimeter by 18 millimeter. These are few more. Mega, LilyPad, Mini, Nano. Okay. These are few more Arduino boards. Okay, few more Arduino boards. So these are the examples of Arduino. Arduino Uno, Arduino 101, Arduino Pro, Arduino Micro, Arduino Mini, Arduino Nano, Arduino Mega, Arduino LilyPad, Arduino Mini, Arduino Nano 43 mm by 18 mm, and some other are there also there. This contains Arduino RS232. This contains Arduino Dyscamia, Decimilia, Mila, Arduino Duomilino, Arduino R2, Arduino R3 you can take for your project or for your practicals. Arduino R3 and SMD. Arduino Leonardo is also there. So this you can take. Arduino R3. Arduino Leonardo is Arduino Pro is also there. Then some other examples: Arduino Mega, Arduino Nano, Arduino LilyPad. Again, same. Arduino Robot. In case of robot, Arduino Explora for maybe for keypad of the video games. Arduino Ethernet, which is having the Ethernet connectivity. There is a USB, there is Ethernet connectivity. So you can check here the Ethernet connectivity is also there. Arduino Uno. Arduino Uno is also there, but Arduino Uno also is there. Arduino Duo is also there. Arduino Duo. So these are some of the boards. These are some of the examples of different boards. So Arduino Pro, Arduino Mini, Arduino Mega, Arduino Fio, Arduino Bluetooth, Arduino clones, Arduino LilyPad, different types of the pads, Arduino Nano, Arduino Mini. These are the more examples. So these are all the examples of Arduino. Then we have discussed the in features. The one of the important prominent feature, last feature, one we have discussed lastly, very prominent feature, important feature is Arduino has the shields. Arduino has shields. Now what do you mean by shield? Shield means any particular circuit you can connect to the IO pins of the Arduino and you can use the expand the capability of the Arduino board by adding the standard form of circuits, and these circuits are interfaced, connected to the Arduino through IO pins, and the external that circuit is there on different PCB, and that different PCB is connected by placing that PCB on above the Arduino board, and this is called that external circuit or the circuit which is connected to the Arduino board is called the shield. There are different examples of the shield. Shield is what? Different examples are seen in the photographs. What do you mean by shield? Printed circuit boards that sit atop. Sit atop means connected at the above the Arduino board. At the top of the Arduino board, sit atop an Arduino. Sit atop an Arduino. So it is connected above the Arduino board by inserting the pins into the IO connectors of the Arduino board. Arduino board is having connectors. There you can insert the wires, connecting wires, and you can connect the external circuit. Similarly, the other PCB pins can be inserted on the Arduino IO pins. So Arduino is having IO ports, Arduino is having IO pins, and these IO pins are connected to the external connecting pins. So these external connecting pins can be connected with the help of wires, single strand wires, or in case of shields, to the pins of the shields. Okay. And once these pins are inserted on the Arduino, It sits atop the Arduino, on Arduino. It sits atop an Arduino, means it remains on the top of the Arduino board. The shield board is on the top of the Arduino board. So here there are some of the examples in the figures. We plug into an normally supplied pin header of the Arduino. So what we do, we plug the shield into, means connect the shield by inserting the pins onto the normally applied pin headers of the Arduino. These are expansions to the base Arduino. Whatever the base Arduino circuit is there, this is expansion of the capability or circuit to the base Arduino. Base Arduino is having the circuit, but this external shield will expand the capacity of the basic Arduino, and it enhances the capacity, advances or expands the capacity of the basic Arduino. For example, Arduino has Ethernet shield, Zigbee shield, XBEE, Zigbee. It is called Zigbee. Touch shield, touch shield. Touch shield means for the touch screen. Okay, for touch screen. So these are the some of the shields. So you can check these shields here. Okay, so this is the basic Arduino board, which is on lower side, that is the blue one. Blue board is Arduino board. On that blue board, these are the connecting pins, isn't it? Connecting IO pins, connecting power pins. On the other side also, in those pins, these connecting pins can be inserted and connected. Similarly on this side, so these are the pins. So that on this basic blue board, this shield board can be sit on the top, connected on the top. So this is the example. This green board is now the shield board. Similarly, these are the variable resistances 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this variable resistance board we can connect on the Arduino. Similarly, these here you can observe one Arduino is there, blue colored Arduino is there basically, and above that this red one shield is there. Above that shield, yellow shield is there. Above that shield, red PCB shield is there. Above that again shield, yellow PCB shield is there. Above that yellow PCB shield, this green PCB shield is having LCD board or touch board. So this is having on one Arduino 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shield boards which can be connected. So this is also one more example. Okay, and the same way there is Arduino, there is one shield, there is a second shield. Okay. And this is having the cable, Ethernet cable, internet capability is there. Maybe this board is Zigbee board or Wi-Fi board. Above that is also connected. So on the Arduino 1, 2, 3 layers are there of the shields. So this is the Zigbee board, Zigbee shield, okay, for Zigbee communication. So on one Arduino board, Zigbee can be used as a shield. So this is also one more shield. Okay. So here below the Arduino board is there, which is apparently not able to see, and the USB is connected to the Arduino board, and above this Arduino board there is this yellow PCB connected as a shield. So above, below there is a Arduino, above there is a shield. So this is also one more example of the shield. The shield can be connected singly or multiple shields can be connected one above other. The shield expands the capability of the base Arduino. Example, Arduino Ethernet shield, Zigbee shield, touch shield, etc. The shields are the boards that can be plugged in, provide the additional capability. Shields are the boards which are connected are plugged into to provide additional capabilities, isn't it? Example, what are the examples? Examples are Zigbee. For what Zigbee is used is for wireless connectivity. Zigbee is used for wireless connectivity. DMX for control lights. Then also there is Ethernet, there is a GPS, there is a Bluetooth. Boards are there. Wi-Fi board is also there. Zigbee, Bluetooth, similarly Wi-Fi board. So there is a shieldlist.org. You can go for there on the website and you can check different shields available and what are the different shields developed in open source case for a particular Arduino. For particular Arduino, that means for Arduino Uno, whatever shield is there, that may not be applicable for Arduino Mini, Arduino other Lilliput, etc. So Arduino Uno shield will be only applicable in Arduino Uno board. Okay, so you can go for the shieldlist.org and you can check that for a particular Arduino board, which are the shields available, what are the shields available, how to connect them, how to use them, what are the specifications, everything will be there as a information, available information on the internet. You can go for shieldlist.org. This is one of the example which is having many layers, 3, 4, 5 layers are there. Of what? Of shields on the Arduino board. So again, what is Arduino? Arduino word can mean three things: physical piece of hardware, a programming environment, and community and philosophy. So the language based on C, C++ linked to AVR library C. AVR libc library. And you can check http www.nongnu.org avr-libc. You can check this website www.nongnu.org/avr-libc. There you can find out this libc language, which is based on C, C++ linked to AVR libc. So open source libraries are there in case of LCD, string, etc. String handling and string manipulation libraries are there. LCD interfacing libraries are there. Many more libraries are there which can be available for all the people, and that's why these are open source. As these are open source libraries, LCD, string, etc. libc is available for as a open source for all. Official IDE written in Java. Official IDE. IDE means Integrated Development Environment. Officially, Integrated Development Environment IDE is written in Java. Okay. It is based on, language is based on C, C++ linked to AVR libc, but official IDE written in Java. It can run on Windows, it can run on Linux, it can run on Mac OS. It runs on Windows, Linux, Mac OS. These are the different operating systems. These are the different operating systems. So this can be used on any operating system. That was our introduction to the Arduino, isn't it? So Arduino can be run on Windows, Linux, Mac OS. Okay. Thank you. Be at home, be healthy, be safe. So this is about the introduction of the Arduino board. Now let us turn to the different programs, software, IDE of the Arduino. So we are having still few minutes. We can change the PPT. So I will change the PPT and we will continue. So I have initialize the new PPT. No problem. We are having the in first unit the uh, Arduino hardware introduction, Arduino platform introduction in your first unit, and in further units we can have the programming details. In further next second unit suppose or third unit we are having the programming details. How to download the program, how to download the software, what are the parts of the software, what are the different we can say command words, or we can say the mnemonics, or we can say the commands of the software. So let us continue with first unit only. In first unit, uh, as there is a Arduino platform, there is a in embedded system also we have seen there are ready-made boards. Various boards are there. Arduino board is there. Similarly, the Raspberry Pi board is also there. Some other boards are there. Banana board, then Galileo board, and other boards. Okay. So this Raspberry Pi board is also there for its introduction in our syllabus. Raspberry Pi board. So what do you mean by Raspberry Pi board? Raspberry Pi board means the microcontroller project development board similar to the Arduino board, and it is having on it the project development facilities. Basically at heart of it is the processor or microcontroller is there, and there are USB connectors, Ethernet connectors, power supply connectors, and IO pin connectors, etc. So it is having quite a large complexity in U or its processing. So it is very useful in case of the complex projects. It is very useful in case of the complex projects. Okay. So basically Raspberry Pi is called as computer itself. It is called computer. So Arduino is also a computer. So why it is these are called computers? As we know, the embedded system, microcontroller based system is a full-fledged compressed computing device or computer. Full-fledged compressed computers itself. Why it is a computer? Because computer is having the processor first thing, very important. Then IO facilities, input output interactive facilities, IO interactive facilities to the user, IO interactive facilities to the user, like keyboard is there. Through the keyboard user can enter or supply or give the data or information or the command or the digital value through the switches on the keyboard. So keyboard can be used as the input device in case of the microcontroller. Similarly, there is a display which is also interactive with the external user, and it can be interfaced with the microcontroller. So there is a switch for the switches for the keyboard for the inputting the data for to the microcontroller system. Microcontroller system is the computational system which can compute, which can take the decision, which can control the peripherals. So microcontroller system or microcontroller in the system on the board is working as the computers, and input output devices are there which can be connected to the microcontroller, and the USB ports, other ports, serial data input or parallel data input, or the IO pins used for data input output exchange, input output exchange. So in totality, there is a power supply, there is a memory, there are registers, those are also there. So on in the power supply, in the memory registers or memory, you can save the project or code of instructions of the program which is written by the user. We can store that in the memory. So what is this in all, in totality? What is this in totality? What do you mean by totality? In overall, there is a processor, there is a memory, there is an input device connected, there is output device connected, memory, processor, input device, output device, complete. The ports are there, serial ports, parallel ports, USB ports, etc. etc. Along with that, there will be ADC, DAC, which can use for the connecting the external circuits, isn't it? Like sensor circuit. But apart from sensor circuit and ADC, DAC, the other facilities, processor, memory, USB port, keyboard, display interface, this makes that board a complete computer. It is making it as a complete computer. What is there in the computer? In computer, there is a keyboard. You can enter through keyboard whatever the data you want to enter, whatever the information you want to enter. You want to interact with the computer. Interact. You talk with the computer. You interact with the computer. Whatever interface is there, output device interface, through which output device is there, there is interface to the processor. So through the interface, the output device gives the data input to the processor. Then processor will either store that data into the memory or process it immediately, whatever the processor want, will do that about the data, on the data, regarding the data, for the data, on the data, by using that data, by taking that data, isn't it? So there is a processor, there is input output data, input output device. So this is computer. Computer is having the keyboard, mouse. The click of the mouse will given to the processor. The entry of the pressing of the key A, S, D, F, G, H. All these keys are there. Caps, control, alter, delete, isn't it? Functions 1, 2, 3, 4. Arrows, numbers, enter key, control key, function keys, all these are there on the computer keyboard. So this computer keyboard is the input device. Similar is there, may not be same as a computer keyboard. 108 keyboard may not be there to the processor microcontroller, but limited matrix key is there. So microcontroller is called computer in itself. In embedded system also, in open source software hardware also, in introduction of the microcontroller development boards, Arduino development boards or microcontroller development boards or the embedded system boards. And this Arduino board is embedded system board. The Raspberry Pi board is embedded system board. Banana Pi board is embedded system board. Galileo board is embedded system board. All these are embedded system boards. Why? Because they can be used with the microcontroller for targeted work, specific work, and not in general work. So these are the embedded boards. So in case of embedded boards, open source hardware boards which we are studying, we have discussed these are microcontrollers in microcomputers or computers in the compressed form. So there is a keyboard, there is a display. You can connect the LCD display, maybe less capability of the display, LCD display, rather than the laptop or computer LCD display. We will display the simple 16 by 2 LCD display, isn't it? 16 by 2 or 16 by 1 LCD display. We can access 16 by 2, each character 16 on upper row and 16 on the lower row, 16 by 2. But this is LCD display, may not be interactive, may not be touch interactive, but it is the output device, so it can do the work of computer output device. So just like the LCD screen or CRT screen on the computer, the computer is having the screen. So the computer, whatever the facilities, components are there in small scale, compressed form, the same facility or facilities are there on the embedded system board, open source software hardware board, Arduino board, Raspberry Pi board, isn't it? So these embedded system boards, open source hardware, whatever the Arduino ready-made available boards are there, like Arduino board or Raspberry Pi board, these are called compressed microcomputer only. These are nothing but computers. Okay, these are called compressed computers. Do you understood what is the concept? Compress the computer. We have discussed this in previous lectures for embedded system as well as open source software hardware. Okay, so this is a very important concept to understand, to absorb, to adapt, that the embedded system boards are nothing but compress the computer small scale, rather small scale, or even though those are small scale, but those are computer boards only, because whatever the computer facilities, capabilities are there in small scale, all the facilities, all the capabilities are available with these boards. Okay, do you understood? So this in definition also we have seen in case of Arduino as well as in case of this embedded system, other boards in general, embedded system in general boards, or in case of Arduino boards, and you can check the other boards, Raspberry Pi boards. Okay, what I was telling, how the Arduino board and Raspberry Pi boards are nothing but compressed computers. By definition also, embedded system or open source software hardware boards we have discussed in previous lectures. We have discussed this. By definition, these are compressed computers, computational systems. These are small scale compressed computational system. Okay, They may not have the capability of as large as the computers, but they are computational systems. They are having the displays, they are having the keyboards, that means they are having the output device, they are having the input device. The mouse is there for the computer. Mouse may not be there for the Arduino, but there are this keyboards. You can connect the keyboard. Maybe the matrix form keyboard you can connect. Okay, externally. For 8051 you can connect the keyboard. But these are the computers, compressed computers. You can check on the YouTube last 6-7 minutes. I have explained the same thing which we have discussed in previous lecture, that is it is compressed computer. So lastly I want to say is the Arduino board or Raspberry Pi board are compressed computers. They are just like the computers and we can consider these as a computer. Okay. By definition these are small scale computers, compressed computers. So I think we'll stop here for open source software hardware today, and we'll continue with the embedded system now. Okay, thank you. We'll continue on the same link.